Okay, this true crime story that I'm doing is probably one of the most perfect examples of why it's never safe to send your son or daughter alone, even if it was on their bicycle, just because they want to get their favorite candy. It was dangerous then, and it's dangerous now. This was the story about the brutal and murder of an 11-year-old boy named Jonathan Mark Kushner. This took place in 1974 in Tampa, Florida. You see, 11-year-old Jonathan Mark Kushner was the son of a prominent university professor in Tampa, Florida, Gilbert Kushner. You see, 11-year-old Jonathan Kushner went on his bicycle to go get his younger brother David Kushner's favorite candy from a 7-Eleven. He made it to the 7-Eleven, but it was on his way back home from the 7-Eleven that he sadly met his terrible fate. Because near his path were two hunters, Gary Tilgman and Johnny Paul Witt. Apparently, they tried to abduct another young girl, but thankfully, by the grace of God, she escaped with her life. But unfortunately, 11-year-old Jonathan Mark Kushner was not so lucky. Sadly, Gary Tilgman and Johnny Paul Witt had brutally murdered 11-year-old Jonathan Mark Kushner, and they sexually abused him and mutilated his body. And the candy that he bought for his younger brother, Johnny Paul Witt, gave it to the son of his girlfriend. But eventually, an investigation was done that led to the arrest of Gary Tilgman and Johnny Paul Witt. For his role in the crime, Gary Tilgman was given life imprisonment, but sadly, due to a technicality, Gary Tilgman is eligible for parole. As for Johnny Paul Witt, he was tried and convicted of Jonathan Mark Kushner's murder and sentenced to death. And on March 6, 1985, at the age of 42, Johnny Paul Witt died in Florida's electric chair for his role in the crime. And unfortunately, the university professor Gilbert Kushner, from what I read, he passed away in 2010. I remember reading from the Daily Mail of how devastated David Kushner was on how his elder brother, Jonathan Mark Kushner, met such a terrible fate at these two savages who took his brother's life. And now, sadly, one of them is going to get to see the light of day when he shouldn't get to endure any of that after what this poor 11-year-old boy endured. But the other one, Johnny Paul Witt, is dead, being that he died in the electric chair for his crimes. Remember this as a lesson. Never send your child alone to a convenience store just because they want to get their favorite candy or that for their sibling. It's never wise and it's never safe. Never take that chance with your children because it's dangerous. Because sadly, that is how Jonathan Mark Kushner met a terrible fate. Well, let me know what you think of this video. Thank you.